Do.
Morning,
Somebody
everybody.
messaged.
Morning.
Brian messaged. Oops, sorry, wrong message. Yeah, IP. I've been up most of the night and have to head to bed. Otherwise, I would definitely think about joining. Who was that? That was Brian. Okay. Sorry, Brian, that you're not going to be here. Come on in, everybody. We see you out there. Sorry we're late. Didn't mean to be late.
We got the Facebook one going as well.
Chat's open. Yeah, Facebook link is up.
Awesome.
Chat's up and working. Well, no, I got to switch my.
And then we lost Randy.
Did he do? Go on, Randy. Come back.
That's great.
What's he done? It's just you and me. We can't do anything. There we
How
go.
do you like
Let's
that?
come back.
Knocked myself right out. I hit the go back instead of the Facebook connection. Silly Facebook. I wish they would fix this problem.
Yeah.
Anyway, everybody come on in. We do see you out there. I'm not sure where Glenn is this morning. He probably might have slept in.
Yeah, it's
He might have told me he couldn't make it. I just don't remember.
That's the trouble these days. I can't remember anything.
My week's been so crazy. Nothing would surprise me. So
Similar about myself. I've been up for quite a while now.
yeah, that's what Brian says. He's been up all night working on stuff. There's no excuse, Brian. You need to come in here. You really do.
If you've been up all night, what's another couple of hours?
Yeah, exactly.
Get in.
Brian Germain, same thing. Brian hasn't been on here in months. I think he's only been on once.
Some people like their beauty sleep, I guess.
Come on in, folks.
So,
we are live.
What we got going on today, Randy? What's the what's the comic?
We got Abslom Daak.
Well, let's take a look.
That's that's Steve Dillon. Steve Dillon doing his thing.
Steve Dillon, David Lloyd, some guy named Steve Moore writing it.
Lee Sullivan as well, popular
Sullivan?
Doctor Who artist. Yeah, is he on it now as well?
I don't know.
I don't know if he took over. I think he might have taken over after on Doctor Who magazine after I left. So,
not sure. I just know it's cool. Anytime you take a pirate character and give him a chainsaw sword, can't lose.
Can't lose, can you? No.
Can't lose. Nope.
It's a can opener. Does he call it a can opener? Do you think?
I'm not sure.
That would be funny.
When did this come out?
80s.
Well, yeah, we'll get into it in just a second. Let's run the opening first. Folks, you're watching Comics by Night. Here we go.
What was that? This is not a charade. We need total concentration. Now, once again, this time with feeling.
With feeling.
With feeling. Let's try this.
If you look at something and there's nothing there, what's the difference of figuring out what it was in the first place?
No.
There we are.
There's a lot of coke involved in that.
You would think so. A lot of something. Marvel graphic novel, folks, back when they had the Doctor Who license. Printed this for you. The sentence is harder. You have to live. Published in 1975.
Was it 75?
Abslom Daak. Folks.
Good God, I didn't realize it was that far back. God.
Yeah, I think that's what it says, right?
That must have been very soon after the original Doctor Who magazine started.
No, maybe not. Let's look. I gotta pull out my
I
magnifying
can't
glass.
see that Doctor Who magazine started much earlier than 74.
No, it didn't. I read it wrong. I'm sure it's me. No, this is copyright 1990.
Oh, I
The
was about to
actual
say.
material is copyright 1990. BBC Daleks are copyrighted
Yeah.
in 63.
I was about to say. I
by
thought
Terry
Doctor.
Nason.
I thought Doctor Who magazine started sort of
Ice-
81, 82, something like that.
Ice Warriors are copyrighted in 67.
Yeah, well, that's from the show.
By Brian Hales.
Yeah.
Draconians are copyright 75. That's what I saw.
Right. 70. Oh, right. Okay.
By,
No, I thought
Malcolm Hulk. Yeah.
I thought they were late, sort of mid 80s. This stuff.
Yeah, I saw the first copyright date is all. Yeah.
Right.
Late 80s. The collection was printed in 90.
Yeah, the collection in 90, but it would have been mid to late 80s.
Yeah.
After the Doctor Who magazine would have gotten going, and then they introduced Abslom Daak later on. I don't think he was in early.
During the Sylvester McCoy era.
Well, that's 88, isn't it? Or thereabouts. That dates that.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure. Just I only got a couple of those books and a couple of the. I remember who's on Watchmen.
Dave Gibbons.
Gibbons, that's it. Dave Gibbons. Dave Gibbons doing Doctor Who, the third Doctor, no, fourth Doctor, which would be Tom Baker. Tom Baker
yeah.
doing it, and that was just Brit. Was that Iron
Legion?
something or other, Iron Legion or something like that. It was
Iron Legion.
Yeah. I mean the art on that was, but that was at his height from 2000 AD. After he'd been doing 2000 AD stuff, he was just like nailing everything.
Yeah. Trying to get good light on that. So we'll be looking at black and white material today. Beautifully done. That's why I wanted to show it off. The great Steve Dillon.
Yeah, he's brilliant.
Excellent, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, again,
really
hot off doing fantastic stuff in 2000 AD, wasn't he? So
before he went on to Preacher, right?
You can kind of see it in the faces. Like I didn't know he did Preacher stuff, but you can see it. Like you could compare. It's got a discernible style that's recognizable too.
It's solid, yeah.
Rue Katuk
Woo-hoo.
in the chat. Welcome, Rue. Happy to have you here. He says a chain sword, definitely British.
A lot of the chainsword stuff in recent or modern culture, I guess up from the 90s and stuff and the late 80s was all part of the Warhammer 40,000 stuff. By Games Workshop with the Space Marines and all that.
A lot of chain swords in Warhammer.
Yeah, it's the primary combat weapon that they use is a bolt pistol and a chainsword.
Well, if you're going to cut into a Dalek, I can't think of a better weapon.
Yeah.
It's a big fat one.
Yeah.
The
robot.
He's absolutely right. Chain swords are British. It's as simple as that. It's a British.
Yeah,
it's a punk
simple
thing.
as that. Okay.
Yep.
The robot here reminds me a lot of the robots that Russ Manning used to do for Magnus Robot Fighter. In a lot of ways, little stretchy arms and legs. Look at that. Kids got their money's worth, that's for sure.
Look at the character in that robot's face.
Super tight there.
Yeah.
Are they doing this 2 up? Because that's what this looks like. It looks like he's 2 up.
No, I reckon it's 1.5.
1.5.
Yeah.
Super tight. Beautiful
I reckon
detail.
it's standard. Just beautiful work. So.
Yeah. That real standard girl, skimpily clad, lounging.
What else would you do?
Exactly. Wonderful chop right there by page 3. Here, have his sword. Oh, I'll take this sword. It's a chain sword. Tin head. finest weapon there is. And you've left this one activated. You're going to have some explaining to do, robot, when you get out of the repair shop.
Still using the old floppy pirate boot there.
And tattered cape. Look at that.
Yeah, love it. Love the
Shreds.
floppy boots.
Yeah.
I'm totally into those kind of boots.
Yep.
And the way he's obviously gone through some kind of portal machine there. That's great. Just disappearing leg. Little bit of Kirby crackle there.
Yeah.
Yep.
The way the robot's drawn, he almost looks like he's got buck teeth.
Yeah, it's great. He has got buck teeth. Look in the panel 4. No, panel 4. That's it.
Oh, yeah. The unfortunate looking robot.
Yeah. So you completely manufactured out of silver and gold or whatever, and you're still ugly. That's got to be unfortunate.
Tinian. Well done, Tinian. Your order, and I'm not going to do the Dalek voice. Your order to surrender all weapons has been obeyed.
Save
your praises, Dalek. It was the only way to stop you killing them all.
There's an old Q8 or whatever it is, Spike Milligan sketch that you're probably not even allowed to show on the telly anymore, and it was it was about this Dalek that would just go to work. It was just normal. It just did the same things that everyone else had, a bowler hat on and all the rest of it. He was a new immigrant. He was an Indian Dalek, but his wife was native to the UK. And he came. It was just this whole sort of thing of him getting on the train and coming home. Then he came home and she'd say, "All right, what do you want for dinner?" He said, "I would like curry." And everything she described to me, put it in the curry. Put it in the curry.
Just with the Dalek voice.
It was absolutely brilliant. There was nothing ist about it at all because Spike was very much a woke person of his age. It was just funny. It was just straight up funny. It was brilliant. Absolutely observation and just stupidity, which Spike Milligan did fantastically.
It's a lot of entertainment can be found in stupidity. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There was a time
more exciting than Frobisher the penguin.
Frobisher the penguin. I think I vaguely remember that name, but I couldn't tell you.
Isn't that also? That's also a Doctor Who character during the Colin Baker days. Yeah.
Oh right. Oh, Colin. I didn't watch
with a talking penguin. Yeah.
I didn't watch a lot of Colin Baker.
Well, no, he wasn't on the telly. He was on in the comics.
Colin Baker owes me money.
Does he?
Yeah.
I totally lost my train of thought on that one.
I meant to dig up. I've got a Colin Baker album collection as well. I'm pretty sure it's got that penguin in it.
I actually got to draw Colin Baker.
You said he owes you money.
Yeah, he does owe me money. Yeah, he doesn't know he owes me money, but he does owe me money. In the Doomsday book I did this year for Doctor Who magazine, I had to do Colin Baker in that, so that was quite cool because there's another Doctor that I'd not done up till now.
Robot. Oh yeah, Robot reminds me of
Lloyd.
Yeah, from the Teenage Ninja Mutant Turtles.
Yeah.
Frobisher was a shape-shifting Sixth Doctor's companion in the comics. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, I thought I'd had an odd companion because in Doctor Who Adventures he had a flying horse
that talked
as a companion that talked. Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
That's pretty wild.
Wow.
If you're gonna go, go the most absurd that you can possibly.
Yeah, go for it. These really are tight pages, aren't they? They're lovely.
Yeah, they are. That's why I wanted to show them off. Just phenomenal art.
Look at that. And just cuts the Dalek right in half on the third panel there.
Yeah. Can opener.
I mean, I love Dillon's work, and this is, super tight stuff. Just
very
beautiful.
nice.
Right at the peak. Love that shot. Can't get better than that.
What's going on with the second panel on the second page?
He's throwing the robot head. Oh no, he's throwing the bomb. Is that it? Then find out, lady. Under attack, under attack. Balcony, Vector, B-37, one human assailant. Ha.
Bloody
Tin horrors scatter. Right up the nose shot, too. It looked great. Look at that lighting.
Daleks inside their shell thing, they have like one or two eyes. Anybody remember?
They've got one eye.
One eye.
They're just blobs.
Blobs with an eye.
Blobs with an eye.
Do they have a mouth too?
No, don't think they have a mouth.
That probably explains their mechanical voices.
They've been genetically bred to being just a blob, and depending on the exoskeleton of the Dalek, the outside shell.
Mm-hmm.
All I know, growing up, when I saw them on PBS, when they had them, they looked like a salt shaker with a plunger and a whisk attached to it. Plumber's helper.
It's about the size of it, yeah.
And they'd make a big deal about how they scared the children when it was first out. The first appearance. That's why they keep coming back, because they were so horrific. So
they're
must have been the voice.
Yeah, there's something off-putting about a Dalek once it starts talking, because it does look ridiculous, and then
I will have to correct you though. It's Dalek.
Yeah, I know. It's never going to happen. Sorry.
It's not dialect. It's Dalek.
Dalek. It's Dalek.
Dalek.
Sorry. That's the law.
It's the law.
Dalek.
Dalek.
I'll never say it.
It's like it's got an R in it. I know, it's stupid. It's
Don't
the
worry.
English language.
Don't worry. It's okay. It's not the first word I've butchered in the English language.
It won't be the last.
It won't be the last.
Just some great drawing here, great line work, beautiful inking.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't
Fantastic stuff. It's like that shot especially. It's really good.
Yeah, good fun.
There's a lot
of that line work is really delicate. Some of it looks like almost faded out. Didn't quite catch in the printing.
He's gone for a light touch there, hasn't he?
Yeah.
That bottom right-hand panel, the face, the profile of the face is lovely. And the girl's face as well, screaming as they're going down.
Wow.
On the right-hand page, yeah. Very nice. There's, shades of Bolland.
Yeah. He came right out of this era.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Bolland was the benchmark.
It's an exterminate. Yeah. Well, Bolland didn't do a lot of Doctor Who stuff, though, did he?
I don't think Bolland ever did Doctor Who stuff, as far as I'm aware.
Look at the fourth panel on the first page.
Here.
Maybe fifth panel. It's the slender one.
Yeah, where they're on the first page or the second page?
First page.
First page.
They knocked him out.
Yeah. Stars.
Yeah. Bopped him on the back of the head, and when he wakes up, he's in the little flying car there.
It's weird. It's a weird panel, but works with the story.
A couple little sparkles there just to show he went out. Great way to change scenes.
Yeah.
They don't have to show him being carried.
Yeah.
How he got on the sled. Yeah.
I know all about showing people getting carried. That's not an easy thing to draw,
Yeah.
Somebody picking somebody else up. I don't mean in the bar either.
They remind me of Krang from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Hey. Do you gents have a favorite incarnation of the Doctor?
Oh, yeah. Tom Baker. Closely followed, and this is really down to the writing, because he could have been the best Doctor ever, Peter Capaldi. But the writing wasn't really there, and so I personally felt it held him back.
I thought Tennant did an amazing job outside of, well, everybody loves Tom Baker though. They all cut their teeth
I
on him.
think I'd put Tennant at third. Yeah.
It's everyone says it's the Doctor that you came in on when you first saw it. That's usually your favorite. But, I'm going to go with Tennant for sure.
Yeah, but Pertwee was the first Doctor I remember, and I actually felt that I don't know whether this was on purpose or not. I felt that Tennant and then Smith were almost a sort of a replication of the way that it went from the third to the fourth Doctor, as far as the presentation was concerned.
From Pertwee to
from
Baker,
Pertwee to
Tom
Baker.
Yeah.
It was. Don't know. There was just something about the energy of him. I like Matt Smith as well. I have to say, I wasn't sure at first, but I did end up enjoying his run.
Right from the start with Smith, because of the writing was so tight on that. I think that was the best period. Right there was the last couple years of Tennant and the first 2 years of Smith.
Yeah, I mean it was very tight. Yeah,
Was
some of those episodes
incredibly done.
Sorry, definitely the best writing I would personally say was with late Tennant. I think it's absolutely brilliant. Yeah,
definitely a golden era for the show. With, Smith through to Tennant, and even Capaldi towards the beginning was.
Like I say, I think Capaldi. It was just. I think the problem is they focus too much on the girl. I can't remember her name now.
Bill.
No. The one that with Capaldi went from Smith to Capaldi.
Oh, Victoria.
Whatever. She was like.
I don't think that was her name though. That's the character I associate her with, because right after that run, she did a series of Queen Victoria.
That's right. Yeah. So that's the first time they really did any retrofitting, because they had her throughout his whole life, through all his existences. They did a whole bunch of retrofit after that. But that's the first time they did that, and I just wasn't keen.
Do you mean retcon? Do you mean retcon? Or?
Retrofitting the whole thing. Yeah, retconning it. So I just not impressed with that kind of stuff. I think the other problem that they put in when it started, when New Who came back, was you got to remember, this is like early 2000s. We're off the back of the X-Files and all those other series that came with it, and all the sexual tension between the protagonists. Will they, won't they? And they decided they were going to put that into Doctor Who. Yeah. And I think that ruined it, because you ended up where we are now, where everybody's talking about the sexuality of the Doctor instead of what the Doctor does.
So true.
Which, it's crap. I don't want to know about that. As far as I was concerned, even as a boy, the Doctor might have been a man, but he was asexual. Like he was like a father figure, or or an uncle, and he was like that to everyone, whether you were a woman or a man or whatever. Yeah. And that was the point. He was like a trustable figure.
He's a doctor.
Which meant that when he did questionable things in order to get the job done, it gave it the tension. It gave the show the tension that it needed, because you had to trust him. Yes. So as soon as you start getting involved in relationships like that, it's like, no, you've ruined it. So,
and they didn't even do that during the Tom Baker days when he was running around with Ramona.
None of that. Absolutely
no sexual tension. They were always colleagues, and that's the way it was.
Yeah. In fact, they were equals with Romana. Was definitely an equal. So I don't understand why they needed to do all that. Like I say, I really enjoyed Tennant and Smith and all the rest of it. There was some great writing, but always this, and especially with Smith and the redhead girl, there was this
Amy Pond.
He never responded, which is good. Okay, right. But why? Why did we need to even go there?
Why have it there at all? Yeah.
Why have it there at all?
The thing with Capaldi, Bill was constantly the
Did I tell you I was
black
a lesbian?
companion was constantly running around going, by the way, I'm gay.
Yes,
Hello,
like, yeah,
I'm-
all right,
I'm
I
gay.
know.
Did I mention I'm gay? Yeah.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, exactly.
They're always chasing new audience. I think with the Pawn situation, it was they were trying to chase female audiences and get like because dramas were popular, I think, at the time, right?
Yeah, but this whole idea of chasing new audiences, it's
I
like
mean,
with
I'm not-
comic stuff. No, I know.
can I
that's
interject for
what
a
they
sec?
do.
I just
know.
want to say that I'm not in favor of that.
No.
All right.
All I'm saying is that's maybe what they think, but
Right.
the
Yeah.
female audiences were already there.
And also at that point in time, you had a lot of Slender Man internet stuff going on. So that
Slender
Amy,
Man.
to me, worshiping the Doctor was almost like the kids chasing after Slender Man on the
Interesting.
on the internet. Always, there's this magical creature out there that I'm chasing after.
Huh.
But nothing matches, and I still watch it occasionally. The Library two-parter. I love the idea of River Song. It was just amazing.
Yeah, we see that was fairly clever. Okay, even though that was, obviously we're getting involved in relationships again, but the whole idea that she was kind of like had a relationship with the Doctor, but in reverse.
Yeah,
and that was a very clever use of time.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see what Leonard has to say here.
It's been a while since I actually watched Doctor Who because
I wish they'd done more with the Eighth Doctor on TV. His audio adventures were amazing. Cool. Now, which one was that?
I've only actually ever done one run through of it. Like Star Trek, I've watched multiple times through. Star Wars, but for Doctor Who, I've only ever actually done one run through.
Yeah. I was just thinking I need to go back and rewatch the Capaldi stuff.
Yeah, I watched most of that.
I remember it being very
plots
aggravating. Yeah. They really don't stand out. I remember him making one big speech about war that I liked a lot, but
that was the Zygon one. Yeah.
Past that, yeah. Before the 2005 relaunch, the Eighth was the first to kiss a companion. Oh, that's the Fox, the one that they ran on Fox. What was his name?
that doesn't count. That was for America.
Yeah, I think any Doctor Who fan kind of cried a little bit when they saw that. Paul McGann. Yeah. Paul McGann.
Yeah, and Paul McGann is actually really good at being Doctor Who, I thought. I just thought that's a no-no.
That's a no. Small pass. Here we go. Look at them solid blacks.
That anthill looking thing.
Yeah. Hill compound. Yeah, Abson gets a little romantic there.
Gets the girl, saves the day, kills some I give up.
She looks a little bit like I'm trying to remember her name. I had a massive crush on her when I was a kid.
It's got a little Sarah Jane in her.
Sarah Jane, that's it. Yeah.
With,
the
jaw there. That's probably intentional.
Got Sarah Jane in there.
Yeah. She was really popular.
She was lovely. Yeah. Very nice person as well, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know they spun her off on her own show. That was pretty successful.
Yeah, that was for kids.
Yeah.
And that did really well. The Sarah Jane Mysteries.
Sarah Jane Adventures
or whatever. Yeah. I don't quite get why there's such a big deal about. Yeah, I totally understand what you're saying there, Whiskey, and wasn't suggesting that you thought it was a good idea. Just the whole sort of rushing around looking for, in quote marks, new audiences when those audiences were already taken on board.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, they should have kept doing what they were doing.
Just
They had a
do what
winning
you're
formula.
doing. Yeah. Market it better. That would
Yep.
help.
Incredibly popular.
Mm.
Lots of foliage here. Really nice.
Yeah, I mean, there's some
Solid.
lovely work in here, isn't there?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah. Some real love put into this stuff.
It's always like they hire somebody on, then it's got to like make their own. They just have no creative ability, and they do self-insert stuff, and it just always turns into looking for new audiences. Quickly turns into what we know it turns into.
There's another word for that. It's called pandering.
Yeah.
Yeah, that never works.
Is there anything in the universe that's sacred? Like anything?
No.
Not anymore. Nope.
No. Just make your own. Just do it. Do it yourself.
In fact, there seems to be some sort of triumph in tearing down any icons or sacred cows out there.
But
it's rather irritating, especially when it comes to people in comics, corporate comics. Pardon me, even corporate entertainment. They can't leave anything alone anymore.
Yep.
Some of these companies learn, though. Star Trek Strange New Worlds, I think it's been pretty good, even though it does have its little bits of
Sorry, it had a
preachiness.
musical in it.
Yeah, it
Sorry.
did. And you
Sorry.
get some episodes you have to look past, but they also crossed over with the cartoon, which I thought was going to be really atrocious, and it was actually pretty fun.
A lot of the same companies and stuff, and actors and people and producers and that did Buffy and are basically in the same circles and friend groups and stuff for the new Star Trek content. So
yeah, that's kind of the shame, though, is too many of those folks grew up on Buffy, so they think that they have to imitate it, and that's not the way it should be.
Buffy was okay.
Yeah, it stood alone on its own thing.
Yeah,
it was all right.
I quite enjoyed the occasional Buffy.
But they should have refined Buffy into Firefly more than into some of the insipid writing that we've seen in modern entertainment.
Well, Buffy went the same thing. As soon as they went super progressive, they hired in that new writer. I don't remember her name. Show went completely downhill. The plots became
off the rails. Yeah.
Nobody wanted to watch it. It just is depressing, right? Mm-hmm. Whereas Buffy used to be lighthearted, fight vampires.
Yeah. That's the point. It was lighthearted.
Yep. Look at that work. Just great.
Oh, wow. Maybe, I don't know. This is really tight. Maybe you're right. Maybe it is 2 up because this is.
That's why I was asking, because look at the detail here. It's just incredible.
Yeah.
Just beautiful stuff. And when you shrink it down, if it was 2 up, these lines would have been a lot stronger, like on this radar screen. The little feathering work done here in the Dalek is just beautiful.
So it's only where you're losing some of it, maybe because it was so big.
Yeah. Look at that face.
Yeah, brilliant.
Almost at Neil Adams level there.
Mm.
Good morning, Sir Glenn. How are you?
Good, Glenn.
Afternoon, evening, everybody.
Afternoon, evening.
I didn't get to bed till 6 o'clock this morning, so
it's all right.
I
couldn't remember if you had told me you weren't going to be here for this episode or not. So
I couldn't remember it either.
That's the kind of week I've had. Yeah.
I hope there was no alcohol involved, sir.
No, there wasn't. No, I just, I'm like, I just don't sleep. But no, there wasn't. No, I wish there was actually.
Yeah.
I can already see that I've been missing some good stuff.
We are looking at the work of Mr. Steve Dillon here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least he can draw a Dalek.
We were discussing whether or not he did this work 2 up because it's so detailed and beautiful.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
ink work is just incredible.
Yeah, and look at that Dalek at top right there on the second page. That cut up that one. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Great stuff.
Fabulous.
Some great shots too. Some great dramatic posing there.
Almost a Conan there.
Yeah, Conan with a chainsaw.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. No.
Hey, listening, Russ. Nothing wrong with that.
Well, nothing.
This whole book is excellent across the board.
Fabulous. Yeah.
That's part of the fun of doing this show, is showing off this stuff. Everybody goes, "Who? You're showing a book of who?" Yes. Yeah.
He did Judge Dredd as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he did a load of 2000 AD stuff. Yeah.
All of these guys did big runs on 2000, I think.
That's first page, fourth panel is quite nice.
Yeah.
Rip.
Tight enough to be inked by like a Giordano or drawn by Adams right there. Just phenomenal. Tight stuff.
That last panel though, with the foot coming through the
that's
great. And again
exaggerated.
Yeah. And the top panel on the right hand side using the bottom of the panel as the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we've seen that with was it Mobius was doing that? Yeah. Steranko, yeah.
Yep.
Great. Look the way he's got that pipe stopping your eye going off the panel.
Yeah.
Yeah, some classic items going on in there.
Fantastic stuff. Yeah.
If you had to guess at the focal length on that panel, what would it be? 35, 50?
Here?
Yeah.
I'd say about 30 feet, yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Probably more than 30 feet.
You reckon? Daleks are what? 5'5"?
Yeah, I'd say about that.
Fantastic.
Now they come in multiple colors.
Oh my God. Do they?
Later years.
Yeah.
That one panel at the top is just beautiful.
Want to also point out to folks that if you want to see some classic Doctor Who and you can get a hold of Pluto, the Pluto station here, that service runs all of the original Doctors from the 1st to the 7th.
Right.
So not necessarily in order, but they'll show you entire stories in order. So
So go ahead. All
right. Well, I was saying that what I really like about this is the greebling, or also known as panel lining, right? All the like little hatches and
Oh yeah.
It's a mass it's common in 3D with a lot of stuff. They do greeble and like greeble templates and things like that, and make a bunch of different fantastic things pretty quickly. But
that's part of what I love when you're doing black and white work and the artist knows it's going to be in black and white. Mm-hmm. They'll go through and add the lines and the feathering and add the zip screens in there in order to break up the black and white, starkness of it. It's a lot of fun.
One of the things about, sorry, go on.
No, go ahead.
One of the things that's notable to me about British comics is that the artist generally renders full art. In America, you get a lot of inkers and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And as we've said with Frank Bellamy on his Thunderbird stuff, he colours it as well. He letters it. He does the whole thing. You get the whole thing. Yeah. And especially in 2000 AD with this guy and Cam Kennedy and Brian Bolland and all that, they all give complete art, complete line art, and which gives them obviously total control, apart from maybe editorial. But it just shows you how good they are.
What did Brian Bolland do?
He handled a bunch of. He came in on Judge Dredd,
Killing Joke.
Killing, yeah.
Probably the most famous thing he's done, I would say.
It's Killing Joke.
Yeah.
I universally famous. It's got to be Killing Joke. I mean, he's done things
in America. He came in on Camelot 3000, and we'll look at that sometime in the future.
But what he's most famous for, I think,
is Killing Joke.
Killing Joke, yes. It should be for his Judge Dredd work, which is probably, I think, his best. I mean, the Judge Death and the Return of Judge Death is the second series. The second story is some of the finest comic book work ever.
I can now
just
place the art to face now. So thank you.
Kaboom.
Look at that. Wow. Again, I'd love to see some of his pencil work.
Yeah.
Because I bet a lot of this was done at the inks, especially this spotting the blacks and stuff.
Lovely facial expression.
Yeah.
Biting her lip. Yeah. Biting her lip here. Yeah, just fantastic. Okay.
So long, Cuddles.
Oh, she blows.
Just brilliant.
She blows.
Is he still around, Steve Dillon?
No, he passed a few years back. Yeah.
Right. He got to be very old.
His wife still watches over his Facebook page, and they did. There's an exhibition of his work that was just displayed somewhere over there not too long ago. I think over here he's known for Preacher. I think he did a long, if not all of them, he did Preacher over here for Vertigo.
Part of the invasion, wasn't he?
Yeah. Part when Karen Berger just went over there and shopped all out of 2000 AD.
Yeah.
Much to Pat Mills' anger. Can't blame him.
You can't blame them.
No.
Sure, the rates were higher.
Yeah, I was saying before about the inking. It didn't work for Cam Kennedy, did it? They stuck an inker on that. What was it called? The Outsiders or something. It was called. I can't remember the name of it. It was appalling. I mean, I love Cam Kennedy, and for me, he's my favorite 2000 AD artist. And somebody, I don't know who the editor was. I don't know. They had some. I read. I don't know whether this is true or not. I read that they had a big argument, and the guy stuck a bad inker or not a good inker on his work. I don't know whether that's true or not.
That's very believable.
Bloody editors.
I know.
And I think it sort of disillusioned Cam enough to make him think, I'm going back to Scotland.
Yeah.
No, you can't blame him at all. That's happened a lot, because I think just about everybody from 2000 AD, when they came over here and started doing work for Vertigo, their work suffered because of the deadline crunches they were under.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know Carlos Esquera's work just went, the quality of his work just dropped tremendously. Daniel Torres, too, which I loved. I loved his Rocco Vargas that was running in Heavy Metal, very stylized looking, beautiful stuff. And he comes over here and I'm like, oh, this is cool. Daniel Torres is going to do work over, for DC. And I go to open it up and it's just atrociously bad. Just really sad to see.
Just take your time.
Yeah, easier said than done.
Yeah. A lot of this work, though, in the 2000 AD work, they were never scheduled until it was in.
No.
Once it was in, then it was on the publishing schedule.
Well, that's why on 2000 AD it was so good, because they used to mix up the artists, didn't they, all the time? Because they'd be working on a series while somebody else was working on a different. When I say series, I mean storyline. You'd get storylines that lasted, say, 8 or 10 weeks.
Yeah.
And Brian Bolland would draw them all, or Cam Kennedy would draw it all. You never got a mixture of artists in the same story.
Well, they'd get all of the completed scripts probably at once, and then they wouldn't schedule the story until the entire story was in.
That's what I mean. They suddenly gave him time to do it because the other guy's work was coming in tomorrow, type of thing. You know, it was all overlapping.
Yep.
Whereas in America, they tended to, probably still do, I don't know, to get teams together, don't they? Pass it around.
Right. Well, again, that's their idea of making deadline.
Yeah.
You know, where over there you had a dozen stories in the air at once, always in production. I'm sure they still do. So they had single dread stories here were passed to Guy Davis and Vince Locke both did one that were printed in 2000 AD, Judge Dredd stories.
Right.
Because they got on, I think it was one or the other one was drawing a slight curve at the bottom of Dredd's helmet, and they told him to stop it.
Stop doing that.
See that bottom panel there where she's hugging him on the left, the right. Yeah, I'm getting Han Solo Leia vibes from there.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, top right hand panel with her with the blaster.
Yeah,
big vibes. Yeah. The lighting on that had on the bottom left hand panel there, where she's hugging him. The lighting is fabulous.
Yeah. And right here to build tension, you get the ominous Dalek whisk.
Whisk.
With the whisk gun pointed at him. Yeah.
Stop or I will mix.
There you go. Yeah. So Zap, of course, he gets the girl in the end, in the back. He gets
Careful.
the Dalek. The girl dies. Arg.
Arg.
Well, that's the end of that.
Oh no, he's in love as well. Look,
going to kill every damn stinking Dalek in the galaxy.
That page is just that last panel where he's holding the woman. That's impressive. It's very nicely done.
Yeah, very much not easy to do.
No, it's not. Like I said, carrying people, it's like having weight in people is hard enough. Having one person carry another person is nightmarish. Yeah, especially when they're dead weight. Yeah, it's nightmarish.
He's gonna kill him, and he's gonna kill them all.
Baboom.
Next is Star Tigers. I believe that's still also done by Dillon. Is that a Draculan? No?
Don't know.
You know what alien that is? Russ?
No.
Pointy head lizard man.
Pointy head lizard man. Lizard man.
I have no idea.
Look at that! Just before you turned under the guy's head, that panel there with that lighting on those steps. Yeah, fantastic, isn't it? That reminds me a bit of Ozymandias in Watchmen. That when he's in that place.
Oh yeah, yep, yeah. This is Steve Moore and Steve Dillon. More writing, Dillon. You got a little signature right there, or a little credit.
I think the editor must have missed that one.
Yeah,
maybe.
I don't remember them ever signing their work.
You weren't allowed to, really.
No.
Pretty rare, yeah. It's been. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I remember seeing the odd cam when Cam Kennedy was doing Rogue Trooper. So maybe not. Maybe they allowed it, but they just didn't do it. I don't know.
I think they snuck it in occasionally.
Yeah.
This is so good that it's hard to think of something to talk about. You're just trying to absorb the page.
Yeah.
Like this.
Well, to me, this is a very prime example of the quality of work that was coming out during the late 70s through the 80s, especially in 2000 AD.
Yeah.
Over there's just some unbelievable stuff. Yeah.
Everybody was riffing off each other and just getting better and better.
Yeah.
That
super incredible work.
That panel that you just had your hand on not too long ago in the center first page, with the Dalek. Yeah, that one. Those two. I've just been staring at that for like pretty much the whole time. I haven't ventured anywhere else. I've just like been studying the image.
Yeah, there's a lot to look at on every page, but that's intentional because they're in black and white. You know, they're telling a super tight story in a set number of pages. So you're getting the multiple panel layouts and everything's a lot tighter, especially compared to corporate comics now.
You suppose right beside the view screen is that like a Vox speaker of some kind with like a grill on it?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Wow.
There's one thing I don't like about this writing is they do it a lot in the British comics. Is when they have these reptile people and they always put this, s on the end of it, and I really don't like that. It looks awful.
Little extra hissing.
Yeah, you don't need it. But then again, they are lizard people.
Exactly.
Or should that be lizard people?
Yeah. Just adds to the.
You sure you haven't been drinking, Glenn?
No, like I said, I wish I had. I think I deserve half a bottle. What time is it? It's 11 o'clock. I think it might be.
Yeah, I think it's late enough. I think we could get going.
It's almost noon where you are, right?
Yeah. More than early enough. To
I've got a nice.
The old
Australian
country song goes, it's 5
waiting.
o'clock somewhere. Yeah.
Bottle of Chianti, yes.
There you are.
Oh dear.
Sure.
I knew I should have stayed in bed. Is that a Nick Fury reptile there? Has he got an eye patch on?
Erectile reptile.
Yeah.
Can you see him? Yeah. Has he got an eye patch on? He has, hasn't he? Yeah, he's got an eye patch.
Right, so this would have been very close to the Undiscovered Country.
Right.
Star Trek Undiscovered Country were very similar. And there was an eye patch. It was a very famous eye patch.
Another movie. Christopher Plummer, right?
Christopher Plummer. Well,
Lloyd?
No, it was Christopher Plummer. I love that film. I really do. I thought it was a fantastic.
It's been a long time since I've seen that movie too.
Love it. It's great.
Wasn't Lloyd was in Star Trek though?
Oh yeah.
He was in the Wrath of Khan.
Wrath of Khan, yeah.
And Search for Spock because he was the no, he wasn't. I don't know. He was in Wrath of Khan, but he was in Search for Spock because he was the bad Klingon guy that murdered.
That's right.
His son.
Yes.
He murdered Shatner's son, didn't he?
The Klingon guy, wasn't he?
Yeah, Kirk's son. Yeah.
Is that
that was a great one as well. I love that.
Kirk ends up stomping his hand.
I've had
just about enough of you.
I've had enough of you.
You know what? This, if you look at the bottom panel or bottom of the page, or second page, that middle panel where you can see a close up of the guy's face, it almost looks, the nose structure is very brow, and how the eyes are set look very similar to Gowron, the Klingon emperor, or not emperor, but
Gowron.
Leader. Yeah, Gowron.
Yeah, the one that ended up being the leader, who was dodgy, had the hook nose, very skinny. He was a skinny Klingon.
A skinny Klingon that
skinny
Worf
Klingon.
killed him.
Yeah, Worf done him good and proper. Good old Worf. We love Worf. I'm showing my nerdness.
Speaking of hitting the bottle, little Abson.
Look at that when he's saying that. He's drunk, isn't he? And he says, "Abslom Daak," and they go, "Dalek killer." Fading out, and then he does fade out, and then he does fade out into darkness.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Woke him up to deal with their problem. Get a great expression there.
Good hair as well.
Yeah.
Ah,
Somebody in a discussion off camera there?
what? Can you hear people in the background? Sorry.
Somebody
Yeah.
got a telly on? Yeah.
No, it's my son.
It's all right. No big deal. Just adds to the transparency. It's all good.
I killed Daleks. You killed Daleks.
That almost looks like John Severin there
yeah,
to me.
it's John Severin's Conan.
Yeah. Got kind of a John Severin face to it. And that's beautifully done.
Yeah.
We kept your
That's,
girlfriend in a capsule.
She's
It's
dead.
That's a second panel, first page, and then the second panel on the second page. How they just compare just is it's fun.
Mm-hmm. That really does look like John Severin, though. Really does.
Yeah.
Just the look at it.
Bugger. My coffee's gone cold.
Oh,
Yeah,
you didn't have to. You didn't have to go after him for us, Russ.
No, that's okay.
fine.
That panel where is the 1, 2, 3, 4th panel on the left-hand page. That's lovely. Very, very nice.
Yeah.
There's a lot of panels in these pages.
Yeah, there is. That's the story is really tight on this.
Mm.
That second page, last panel, where pointing at the girl, the way the lighting on that is superb, and the way that her head goes black that stops you dropping off the page as well. It does two jobs. That's fantastic. We were just saying, Russ, that the second page, top right, John Severin face.
Mm. Oh yeah,
John Severin does Conan.
Yeah.
He looks quite upset, doesn't he?
He's not Happy Bunny, is he?
I think the next one where he says fish head, it should have had fish head over his head and a good thwack there, or thock.
Fish head.
Thock.
Thock 'em.
Yeah. Thock 'em all.
Thock 'em all.
Just leaning.
He gets great expressions, doesn't it? Kind of that bottom left there on the second page.
Yeah. Everything on this is just great. Just beautifully done. Tone, screams here.
Do you know, everything gets on my nerves, but look at this. See the second page, right? The second page, top right, where the guy's got the glass. There's no reason on earth to put that bubble on that glass.
No, there isn't. Especially when they could have lifted it up just a little
That's
bit.
what I mean.
Yeah, no, I don't get that either.
Up. You can tell by the top here.
You're not alone with those niggles, Glenn.
Good. Yeah. That's good to know.
There might have actually been some thought into violating that illustration, but you're right. There shouldn't have been.
I wonder, you know, to be fair, I wonder if he's thinking to join the text with the illustration.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? To make it all warm. But I think that's awful. I'd be happy if that was my artwork.
Yep.
You know, and that's not good on the bottom left, on the first page, on the bottom panel.
I'd have dropped that down to here too, because that's more unnecessary.
And you could put the 3 days in that space as well over his shoulder on the same panel.
Yeah. Yep. Up here.
But yeah, on the first page at the bottom, the way that pointer is going all the way across the panel.
Oh yeah, that's irritating. They could have shortened that right down quite a bit, not brought it all the way up to his mouth, just about.
Even on the shoulder spike, they're overlapping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the top panel.
You could have cut this off to just a straight explosion. It would have still been read as him talking.
Yeah.
It's a continuation of the speech here. Yeah. Yeah, I'd have moved that up here.
Yeah.
Move that down here a little bit so that you went on that. I mean, you still do, but it would have been more of a slight curve here.
Sorry, I just got a call from the Inland Revenue. HMRC with an American accent. Please hit the first button. We are going to proceed with legal proceedings against you.
Oh my God.
Block, spam, piss off.
Yeah. Send it to me in writing if you're going to do anything. Holy crap.
Yeah. Get stuffed.
We get that over here. Hi, this is so-and-so from the FBI, and you're in deep trouble. We need all of your pertinent information.
Whenever I get a little phone call from Jazz at BT Security, who I often ask them, "Do you know what Marmite is?" And they what? So, well, if you don't know what Marmite is, I don't think you know who I am. Could you please tell me my name? And within 3 seconds, they often just put it.
When they say they come on the phone and they say it's usually a woman, and they say, "Hello, my name is Sheila, and I'm ringing from Reading," and I say, "Sheila," and she's obviously got a very foreign accent,
Yes, yeah.
And Sheila, it's just funny.
Seriously, your mum called you Sheila.
Yeah, and then they say, and then she says, "Yes, could I have your address?" I said, "Well, you must know where I am."
Yeah, don't you know my address? Don't you know who I am? Say my name, say my name, say my name.
You know who I am?
I said to one guy once, mine. He said, I said, "Where are you?" And he said, "London." And I said, "All right." I said, my international telephone tracker tells me you're outside the British Isles," and he just hung up.
It's just amazing, isn't it? Yeah. Get stuffed, get bent, as they say in America. Get bent. Anyway, back to the important stuff.
Look at that spaceship. Talk about
that's great, isn't it? Nice.
Here, have a ship. Yeah,
nice bit of tone put in there as well.
Yeah. It's like a scorpion, isn't it?
Here, take a ship. Yeah,
wonderful design in that.
Yeah,
that's great. Don't get designs like that anymore.
Not only that, but we get a full schematic in here. Very British work coming up. Yeah, here's our guy with the eye patch again.
The classic memory rounded corner panel. Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a few open bubbles there on the top of the panels. So first panel, left-hand page, and the third panel.
That was big during this time. They do the flashbacks with the rounded panels. Miss that. Yeah.
I think the whole concept of this is brilliant. Dalek killer. You don't need to know anything else, do you?
Nope.
No, well, you need to know nothing else other than that. That's all you need to know.
And who doesn't want to wipe out the Daleks,
Yeah. It's like it's like they're like Doctor Who's version of the Nazis.
Yeah.
It's okay to be nasty to a Nazi, a zombie, or a Dalek. It's okay.
They're just tin cans.
Yeah.
Well, they were based on that, weren't they?
Yeah, they would have been based on
Terry Nation. Terry
Yeah.
Nation himself said he designed a Dalek on it after seeing Panzers in the war.
Yeah,
the way they sort of glide slowly and just turn the turret as they, I can't imagine anything more horrifying than seeing one of those things.
Yeah,
and it took them so long to show how they even go up steps.
That was ridiculous. That was when I started to think, maybe not.
Maybe not.
It's like Judge Dredd with his helmet, a Dalek going upstairs to me.
Yeah,
they just can't do it.
We only use ramps. Exterminate.
Yeah. Is it Eccleston who does it? He says, "Quick, get up these steps," and they run up the steps, and the Dalek, that bottom pad thing lights
just
up, and he just
floats up. Yeah,
think, shit!
Upgrades.
How did that happen? Holy crap! Yeah. We'll evade them the old low budget way. It's good.
Yeah.
It's the kill wagon.
They like that drawing so much they repeated it.
Oh no, they get into detail here in this
kill wagon.
Ship, yeah.
Look at that, a neutrino conversion nuclear bombing function. Oh yeah, I've got 2 of those.
Stuck in your closet. You haven't
He
used
obviously
them in
got
years.
he obviously got fed up with filling in the detail at the end there and put the silhouettes in.
He might have been on deadline. By the way, Steve, we need this tomorrow. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, get the big fat pen out.
There you go.
Where's Vinny when you need him?
Oh, Vinny on this would have been terrible.
He'd have just taken everything out.
Yeah. We'd ended up with a lot more backgrounds like that one. So,
hey, steady on,
silhouette here.
Steady on. There's a tint on that background. It would have just been open.
That's got to be deadline crunch here. Working.
Got to be in it because he's shown those faces before, and it's not like it's a mystery face. We all know what the fish people look like.
Yeah, fish heads.
Fish heads.
Dismissed.
The fish hiss then.
Not that I know of. No.
It's a bit
Next
fishy.
page is the classic tearaway schematic for the kill wagon. Look at that.
It's a fishist empire.
Yeah,
Yeah, fishist.
fishist.
But at least the trains run on time, eh?
Yeah. The tanks get changed often. Yeah.
Oh dear.
See that Dalek on the little flying frame there that he's firing at? That's from I can't remember his name. He drew the Dalek strip in TV21. That's a direct steal.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
I can't remember his name. Not Ron Turner. Another guy.
So they would fly around on those things. All they did was they took the technology from the flying things and put them underneath them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, that's all they did for the series, I suppose.
Yeah.
Can't really complain, can you?
Not
Flying
really. No,
sensor.
it just sort of
Not when
spoils
you're
it.
under a strict budget. No. Let's put them on a platform. It'll fly.
It would the script editor would have been, who the hell put this staircase in? Daleks can't get up the stairs.
Let's put some rockets on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they just discovered transistors. Obviously, it's like Russ said. They just put the engine on the bottom of the thing.
Yeah.
But they didn't have the transistors to do it.
It's one
And then
great
they do.
big anti-gravity platform. Always loved these though, especially on the Thunderbirds stuff.
Yeah,
It's
Graham
beautiful.
Bleethman does some on the Thunderbird ones.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether he's done this one. I was just trying to look at it closely to see whether he's done it. It doesn't look detailed enough for Graham.
This
Graham
really looks like
Bleethman.
Steve Dillon again.
Oh, somebody else's phone go.
That's
I
mine.
talked to them about your extended car warranty.
It will have been. Do you know somebody called Russ Leach?
Yes, I know.
Oh, give up.
Have you thought about buying Marmite?
It's like that scene from The Office where he's like, every time I get in trouble, it's, but it's instead of Glenn Fleming, it's Russ Leach. And pulls up the car.
Oh yeah. He puts my name in. Yeah. Can I possibly have your name? Yeah, it's Russ Leach. Yeah.
Look at this great. This is all line work here, all feathering. Just beautiful stuff.
It's great. Isn't it?
You can tell somebody loves and has a steady hand with a brush. Sitting there.
Or very big paper.
Or very big paper.
That I think you're right. I think it must be looking at that brushwork on the line work on the
Look at that hair, just beautifully done.
yeah, just there's a lot of it, isn't there, for it
There's
to
a
be
lot of
done.
control there. Here,
Yeah,
too.
for it to be done at that size.
A little bit of this looks like pen, but majority of it's got to be brush. Yeah, just gorgeous looking. Right here too. Love that shading. I haven't done that kind of work in a long time. I don't even know if I could do that kind of work with my eyes anymore. Look at that. That's beautiful.
Wow.
That's great.
Lovely. Yeah, No, it's got to be. You're right.
Another great panel.
Pew pew.
Pew pews. Yep. We probably need to move through this a little faster. Not even halfway through the book yet.
Famous last words.
Yeah. Oh, we get to talking. I don't think this is Steve Dillon anymore, though.
No, I'm not thinking. I'm thinking it might not be.
This is David Lloyd here.
Yeah,
You can tell by the use of blacks, the heavy blacks on this.
it's heavier. Yeah.
That alien general or officer or whatever he is it's beyond ridiculous.
Here.
Which one? The one at the bottom left?
Bottom right?
Bottom right?
Yeah.
Here?
No, where your thumb is.
Down here?
Oh, that's a Sontaran.
Yeah, that's a Centauran.
No, to the left of him, the big guy, ice cream.
Right, okay, the squiddly diddly.
He's more of a policeman than anything.
Yeah.
He's got a little
squiddly diddly.
Squiddly diddly.
You give him your ID if he wanted it, wouldn't you?
That's a Hanna-Barbera octopus.
Squiddly diddly.
Had his own show for a while. He used to teach kids how to draw him just because they didn't know who it was.
I loved Squiddly.
I was looking at this guy, reminds me a lot of Chameleon Boy from Legion of Superheroes.
Chameleon Boy.
Yes, he was a shapeshifter.
But if he's a chameleon, you can't really tell if he's a boy or not.
No, thus he had the name. So
Chameleon Boy.
He had that pronoun already working.
It was 40 years ahead of his time.
Yeah.
That almost looks like.
He used to have a mound of mashed potatoes that would travel on his shoulder called Prody. Yeah. Sorry, Whiskey. I didn't mean to step on you. What were you saying?
I was just saying the looks a lot like the character Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
One of the green dudes in that.
Yeah. These are, that's not a Centauran, that's something else, is it? From Doctor Who, that's a famous villain. Alien species.
Where? Which one? Sorry, what? Where?
This guy here.
Oh, that looks like an Ice Warrior.
Okay, Ice Warriors.
Which is why he would have been quoted at the front in the copyrights.
Yeah. Yep. Murder-Rama. / Killer Steen's Murder-Rama. Ultimate Thrill.
Look at that. Death by torture is our speciality.
As much as I love David's work, this is not a patch on Steve's.
No. And it's not up to even V for Vendetta quality. He probably did V after this. In Warrior.
Yeah.
I would imagine he did it after this.
Yeah, on his way up here. Yep. Yeah.
Still nice work, though.
Oh, it's still lovely, yeah. It's just
it's not the same.
First chapter was just so damn good.
Oh, yeah.
The first 2 chapters.
Look at this robot there.
Which one? Here? Yeah.
Yeah, like compared to the robot with the teeth.
He's playing the game, I think, with little Daleks here. That's what it looks like. Tick, tick.
Like Doctor Doom controlling the game.
I miss the old robot.
Look at that on the top left. New, work yourself to death. It's like Auschwitz, isn't it? How about that Friday?
Yeah, or just paying tax to the man.
Work will set you free. Wow.
You got the atomic little mushroom cloud going back behind him. But I don't seem to be having much luck today. There we are. A little bit more crowded.
Like Elvis down there on the other page at the bottom.
Oh. The guy works down a fish shop. Where's his Elvis?
Yeah.
Nice angle there. Several billions to one, I should think. Most improbable. Meanwhile, Absalom and Fishhead are out looking for trouble.
Fishhead.
There we go again. It's a short chapter. Don't leave me here. I think his best work's on that robot.
Yeah.
Just beautifully done with the shade zip screen on it. Boom.
Look, that comedian, look, on the right-hand page in the center panel. It's the comedian. Before the comedian.
Here?
No, other side. Wait, that one, yeah.
Yeah.
When he's
Absolutely enjoying his work, apparently. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got that
crazy
sinister grin. Yeah. Sadistic pleasure.
Those pods are.
Go on. Yep.
I was just saying those pods are excellent.
Yeah. Like they need a bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like sound in space. Daleks needing oxygen outside of the environment they're in. I don't think they breathe, do they? Or those are self-contained.
Well, there's a little, yeah, that's right, a little creature in there, isn't there? The real Dalek, but yeah, I would have thought they were self-contained.
Bubbles are cooler.
But then again, just being dramatic, isn't it? So
yeah.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't overthought.
No. And again, his handling of the sheen and the making it look metallic is the high point of the page to me. A little bit of nice ink work here on the volcano, nice explosion.
Is this still David Lloyd?
Yeah, this is still Lloyd.
Right.
He was doing he come in on Night Raven, didn't he, for Marvel UK?
I don't know.
I don't know Night Raven.
It's kind of a pulp detective character, guy with a mask, pretty much no superpowers that they did for original work. He was in those Captain Britons you've got.
Night Raven?
Yeah.
Really?
I think he is. A couple pages. Lloyd was that's the first time I remember seeing Lloyd's work was on that stuff.
But I don't remember a Night Raven from the Captain Britain run. No.
I think it was Night Raven. I could be wrong. So mystery
guy.
The
Black Knight. Had the Black Knight. Oh
no.
Later, much later on, but
no, that's Manly. Did the majority of that stuff.
Again, on the left-hand page at the bottom, that spaceship, that's that Ron Turner guy I was telling you about with the Dalek on the little platform. Yeah, this looks like a sort of little homage to Ron there.
I'm pretty sure the character was called Night Raven. Kind of a pulp mystery dude, fedora hat and trench coat with a mask.
Yeah, a bit like the Shadow, wasn't it? Type of thing.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
Only he didn't cloud anybody's mind.
As far as you know.
As far as I know. True. Yep.
God.
Little text story here by Tomlinson.
A Slow Night in Paradise.
Yeah.
He's saying, is that Han Solo over there? No, it's Conan.
It's got a chain sword, though. Hey.
That left-hand page is really freaking me out. It looks like a Muppet.
I think it's another version of that ice cream policeman that we saw.
Yeah.
The ice cream cone dude.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
It's the
Scary,
face
scary,
and everything.
yeah.
It's just freaking me
Yeah.
out.
It's the eyes. Don't stare at the eyes.
It's, there's somewhere in this unit, in this absolutely huge universe, there is a creature that looks like that.
Yeah.
Good God.
What's
Beautifully
funny
rendered
about
illustration here, though. Yeah. Go ahead.
what's
Go ahead.
hilarious about A Slow Night in Paradise? The first line opens up with "hopelessly."
Is that then? That's Uncle Fester and his night in his day job behind the bar, isn't it? So
think
if you look
that's
at
an
it,
attempt.
Centauran.
I think it's an attempt at a Centauran, but it's a very
Yeah.
tall one.
we've got in that panel, we've got two guys discussing who's at the bar. We've got Uncle Fester, the Joker, and going in the Barbarian,
Yeah.
and then we've got Obi-Wan Kenobi right in the background leaving.
Yeah.
Is that Spock? The Spock's at the left. Look
Trying
at
to
far left.
arrange
It's Spock.
transport for his.
Yeah, it is.
Look at Spock.
It
Look
is
at far
Spock.
left. Randy.
It's even got the
Spock.
same top.
Yeah.
He's got the top and the ear. Look, he's.
That
and he's-
is.
He does.
I think this is intentional, guys.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would think so.
I wonder if that centerpiece there is John Pertwee, the one I said, the Joker with a hat, right in the middle, looking at you, waving. Right behind the bar.
Yeah.
It looks
yeah,
like
yeah.
John
Yeah, that
Pertwee,
does
doesn't it?
Look like Joker.
Little. I think it's
Yeah.
Jokerish. Yeah.
What's
Crazy.
in the tube behind him, or pitcher, or whatever?
Dancing fish people.
Dancing fish.
Yeah.
And that's
It's
Obi-Wan
instead of a
Kenobi?
pole dance, it's a pool
Yeah.
dance.
It's a pool dance. Yeah. It's male and female too.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll be here all week. Try the veal.
He's got a door on the side of his head, hasn't he? Like on a castle.
If you look at something and there's nothing there, what's the difference of figuring out what it was in the first place?
Mate, it's the rest of the bit with the sausage and the butter in it. That's what freaks me out.
So we're going out on that. On that.
All right. Okay.
Neutron and Ripley. That's Newton and Ridley. That's from Coronation Street over here.
Okay.
Neutron and Ripley.
Definitely a Centauran here.
A futuristic bar with pulls with like valves that you pour a pint with. That's great.
And look at that there on that to bottom on the last page there. That Dalek, whatever, the octopus coming at you, and it says "Welcome" on the wall.
This guy getting out of his way. Holy crap!
Is that a duck person? in the little panel with the Centauran, is that a duck person? Or no, it's somebody drinking something.
It's an alien. It's
an alien drinking something. But from a distance, it looks like a duck.
It does, yeah, but it's a skinny alien. Yeah, it does look like a duck, though.
I think it's far funnier as a duck.
Probably.
Look at that! Brilliant.
That's a great page.
It looks like that panel there where he's got the glass. If you follow his finger, it looks like he's pinged the stopper of the story off his head. That blob at the end of it. See it? Yeah. It's like he's flicked it at him and bounced off his head.
Yeah. Now we're getting into some Lee Sullivan artwork.
All right.
Another floating Dalek.
Yeah.
All going after the kill wagon.
Kill wagon.
I ain't running. I'm enjoying myself. Oh, we've gone back to TV 21 lettering for the Daleks talking. That's good. With those crazy E's.
Yeah. Oh yeah, arrows. He's got his girl though under glass.
He's a bit of a. What's he doing with her? Why is he carrying her around? I thought she was dead.
Yeah, she's dead.
Well, it's a bit sort of Dr. Freeze or Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's waiting for a time, is it, when they can fix her?
Or, you know.
Isn't that the story of every relationship? No, not really. Just kidding.
Maybe he's really Jimmy Savile. I don't know. Too soon?
That is obviously a British reference. I am not familiar with.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
What's the equivalent, Jeffrey Epstein?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That I'm familiar with.
Yeah.
Got it.
No,
You can have a Diet Coke or a Coca-Cola. That's what Mahatma Gandhi said. He said you could have Diet Coke, but why?
Oh dear.
I'm not sure what's worse, the lady in an icebox or the Gary Busey.
Yeah.
A Dalek with a handrail.
Yeah, what's that about? Somewhere to rest his whisk.
Must be.
It's in case he's I don't know what the word is, so I'll have to say my word. Disabled.
Yeah.
Him on the base, I guess.
He's got his plunger on something there.
Is what?
Yeah,
Plunger.
it's plumber's helper here. Yeah.
He's got his plumber's helper there, yeah.
I think he's opening the railing, isn't he? He's pulling it back.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I mean, so you spend $68 billion on a flying machine, and you've got to open the rail yourself.
What? It's not automatic. What am I paying for?
Exactly.
At least this guy can draw Daleks. I'll give him that.
He can.
That's a great plowoom here.
Plowoom, yeah.
It looks like he's blown those two Daleks up, doesn't it?
Lee's quality stuff. He is.
There he is. There, yeah, very much. Look at that.
Oh,
nice. Very nice.
How are we going to make everything fly? Circles.
Yeah, circles.
Little anti-gravity circles too.
Gravity,
anti-gravity globes.
Gravity.
Yes.
Circles, spheres are the pinnacle of gravity, aren't they? That's it. This circles, mate. Circles.
Spheres.
So we've got that technology now.
I like Dave. I like the way he's killed the guy down the bottom, and he's made him negative.
Yeah, it's nicely done.
Yeah,
they did that in the Doctor Who.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's very
It's like they got it from the Paramount War of the Worlds movie where they would turn everybody into negative skeletons.
Have you noticed this? This is really, to me, this is really a bit silly. Bottom left hand first page, bottom thing. The Dalek is saying "Emperor on the bridge" when they say "Captain on the bridge." Don't they?
Yeah.
So you don't say that fucking captain. I fucking hate him. You know.
Everybody must stand. Well, we can't. We're Daleks. I don't care. Stand up.
Already standing. Yeah.
He's standing up in his machine. He never did fix that boil on his head, did he?
Your excuses are insufficient. Laxity will not be tolerated. Tell that to the junior doctors.
Hey. This is brilliant.
Helkins will be exterminated.
I just wish they'd let me do that Starfield on that.
I was about to say, everything else is brilliant, but the stars, that's not a good space shot, is it?
It's an older artist named Jack Abel that used to draw stars like that. Little circles out there.
So he was unable to draw star systems.
Yeah, well, no, he just did a lot of little goofy. That might have been white. I doubt that's even white paint. He just probably inked around it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back to Sylvester McCoy here.
Sylvester.
Pretty much.
Does it have a cane?
Umbrella.
Oh, it's the guy that has the cane. Okay.
Yeah.
For a second there, I thought look at the bottom panel there.
Which bottom panel?
Second page.
All right, the bottom.
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I'm on full screen. So
Yeah.
He's holding on to his. That's a handle for his
It's a
umbrella.
question
isn't it?
mark. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got
question
a little
mark umbrella.
mark.
because of how the HUD is blocking out the screen, it looked for a second that the
This area here probably needed just a little thicker outline, I think, around it to separate it from the detail of the Dalek. I see that he tried to use some harder lines down there towards the bottom, but right in that area, kind of loses it a little. It's pretty heavy there. No, not an easy angle to get. Might have had a little photo reference for that. At the end of the chapter, Abslom shows up, and we get a schematic of his chainsword.
It's a chainsaw.
I like the way they've chopped his head off, and his head's still moving through the air on the bottom panel. You can see it just over the Doctor's head. His head, the Dalek's head, is still continuing into the distance. It reminds me of that fantastic sequence in Hulk when he gets that tank and rips the top off, and he throws it behind him, and he's talking to this guy or screaming or whatever he's doing. You can still see the tank, and it takes about 30 seconds to get to the mountain range in the distance.
And it goes bosh.
Yeah. And they all duck.
Nice cut through. Big dramatic entrance. Right now, he's got reason for that handrail.
Yeah, he's got to be getting a little dizzy.
Yeah, next chapter.
Oh.
Yeah, lots more circles.
Yeah. Nice work, though. Beautiful.
It is nice, yeah.
Wow.
Is that the Emperor Dalek? He gets his own little bigger space. He gets the palace.
I reckon the top half of that opens right up when he speaks, like the little kids on
South Park.
South Park, yeah.
The Canadian kids.
It just goes up and down, up and down, up and down.
Bounces up and down. That's how all of the Canadians in South Park are like that, though.
Yeah. My people.
Oh.
The total universal domination of the Dalek. At least they're not in different colors.
Look, what's that on the top? It looks like somebody's punched that. It looks like a nose, doesn't it? And the eyes are. You see on the first page at the top, that capsule thing. It looks like it's been punched in. It's like a face.
Yeah.
The nose, it's like going.
Yeah.
Oh, dead fish people. Oh, dead Elvis.
Oh, as Elvis bought it.
So the fish person and Elvis got done in the crash, but the girl in the dead girl in the tube is fine.
Abslom are still alive, yeah.
The dead girl is still alive.
The dead girl is still alive. Don't touch her. Never touch her.
It's like you have a girl in the freezer. What's going on, buddy?
Exactly.
Oh, don't look at me like it's my first time.
My dear fellow, hardly equipped to break the seal on a cryogenic cocoon. Besides, she's dead too, you know. Not to me. Talon was the only reason I ever found for living in my whole lousy life. The Daleks killed her. I plan to stick around until I've cleared the galaxy of those murdering filth.
But then what, eh? Then what?
That's why you're here. We find out if we can get to the end of the book. I concur. Come on, Dak. Let's get out of here.
Who's he telling to move? There's nobody there. It's just that one guy.
It's party time. Far.
Da 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 da.
Yeah.
Look at that. He's actually protecting him from killing a Dalek.
Who what?
He says at the bottom, first page, bottom left, he says, let's leave the mindless slaughter to the Daleks. And he says, mindless slaughter sounds pretty good to me. He's obviously got a bigger plan.
Yeah.
But he wants to kill them. He doesn't want to blow the planet up, does he? He wants to kill each one.
Well, he is the Dalek killer. So.
Yep.
They don't call me Abslom Daak, Dalek killer because of my smile. Yeah. Into shorter chapters.
Oh,
here.
no.
This war is getting
Don't
dirtier.
like girls in this magazine, do they?
No, shot her again. Sad. Yeah.
Everybody's getting shot.
It's better that than stuffing them in freezers, I guess.
Yeah.
War is getting dirtier. If Daleks are mining poison gas here, can be for one reason only. Round up as many of the Helkins as you can. It's time we took this battle to its source.
Boom, and there we go. There he is.
More Sullivan. Nice. Side. Half a
Dalek
face there.
Death wheel.
And then we get the sausage ships.
Hey,
Yay.
the Frankfurter ships, yeah.
Yeah.
24-hour breakfast delivery in space.
There we go. Closer look at the sausage ships. Kneel before the Emperor Dalek. Touch the top of your head.
Soon. That's missed out a page, hasn't it? Soon.
Yeah, the lettering on this is a lot bigger. This must
Yeah.
be closer to
I think this is 1.5.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, at least, yeah.
I think it's just the first two chapters that weren't.
Must have been done sometime later.
Mm.
That's why they had such a dramatic entrance there with the Abslom did. Tin Geeks ain't getting any prettier on the inside. Ugh. You chopped him right through the center. It's a great shot.
A tentacle finger type thing at the end of the chainsword.
I'd say that's a viscera.
Yeah, it's just bits.
Yeah.
It
Bits
kind of
of-
looks,
It's a soft Dalek.
yeah. It still looks somewhat like a finger.
The Dalek's
Yeah, it
giving him
does
a finger.
almost right there. Yeah. Talk. What is that gizmo? The genocide device is the ultimate in Dalek technology, our supreme weapon. All who oppose the Daleks will be. This has already heard that one. Yeah. Tin Geeks ain't getting any prettier on the inside.
Like, what you going to do now, Big Shot? Suck me to death. Look at that next panel.
Yeah. Almost jumping into Marie Severin, not Brand
Yeah.
type exaggerations here.
Bit of cartoon, bit more cartoony,
Yeah.
Oh, look, there's all the doctors. Oh, that's good.
And the next couple we never saw.
Yep.
Yeah, they're coming.
Exterminate the Doctor. Like, you had your chance. He's been laying there for yonks.
Yeah.
You could have just killed him by now.
This is
Just shot him.
I'm not a great Doctor Who follower, but the Emperor Dalek here doesn't seem to know who Davros is. I thought Davros was the maker of the Daleks.
Yeah,
guy,
he was. Yeah.
Well, he'd know that, wouldn't he, if he was the Emperor?
Yeah, he would.
Unless he's
Perhaps there's a
suppressing
time issue.
Yeah.
Because before the genesis of the Daleks with Tom Baker, where Davros first appeared, I'm not sure that there was any kind of reference to how the Daleks were created.
No, but if they're seen, yeah, I agree. If they're seen time as one, he should know, shouldn't he?
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is if there wasn't any reference, maybe it's because the Daleks had forgotten.
Right.
What if he does know? He's just
playing hard to get. Yeah.
So it'd be after that, though, Sylvester McCoy, wouldn't it? Well, the time is a goofy.
Yeah, but you don't know, because it's about time. You don't know when in time.
Yeah.
He is. I mean, that big head, that big round head. That was first time I saw that. I'm not saying it's the first time ever. But the first time I saw that was in the Peter Cushing film.
Yeah.
I think if my memory serves me.
I don't remember him being in Peter.
It's been so long since I've seen it. I couldn't tell.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
The first time I saw it was in TV21.
Oh, right. Okay.
I don't think that big head was in any of the films.
Is he not? Oh, maybe I'm just imagining it then.
But if it's a time thing with it, he doesn't know who Davros is. If it's a time thing, he would always know who Davros was, because whenever Davros appeared, he created the Daleks.
No, what I mean is that they might have forced, or there might have been a reason why the Daleks forgot who Davros was.
Right, and it might just be a comic.
And it might just be a comic, and it doesn't
very,
really matter.
very true there. Yep.
Yeah. I think I'm bored of this conversation.
Yeah.
Dalek Death Wheel.
Love it, The Dalek Death Wheel Mark 1.
The Dalek.
Oh no, the 10.
It used to be called the Wheel of Death, but they thought that was a bit dull.
Yeah, the Wheel of Death. It looks like a Millennium Falcon, doesn't it?
You can see a Dalek saying branding is everything.
Yeah.
I really don't like it when people do space with lots of planets in, because that would just create chaos. That's close.
Yeah, there's moons.
I think it depends on how you do it, because I have done that, but it's. I mean, like Kirby and Buscema used to do it like that.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
So it's very stylized, and I don't have a problem with it when it's very stylized like that. But yeah,
look at all the different moons they keep finding around Jupiter.
I know, but if you
just ungodly amounts,
but they're only 2 miles across. They're not massive, are they?
Yeah.
Well, it depends how far away they are.
Exactly.
Well, let me tell you, they're not massive.
No. What I mean is those ones in the picture. You don't know. They might be the size of a football. They might be the size of Jupiter. You do know.
They could be. They look to me at first glance like they've fallen off the bottom of the spaceship with all the bottles on.
Tiny bubbles. Yeah.
Some of the balls have fallen off the side.
Yeah, it's just a load of balls, isn't it?
They're Daleks. Your balls are dropped.
Yeah. Back to Carnage.
Squawk.
Seems strange.
This is just a rip up Daleks fest, isn't it?
Noir there, yeah.
That's he's been reading Jim Steranko there. Our Lee, just for that panel. That's a good idea. He thought.
Put a little mood in. Shades here.
Look at that. Look at that. Sorry, guys, you're going to have to make another appointment.
Well, their windows have blinds there on the spaceship, though.
It's been reading Spider-Man comics.
Yeah.
Running. Kemlo. You can grieve for your buddies later. He's been grieving for his girl the whole time. That's not suggestive looking at all.
Ooh,
Did his sword get destroyed?
I think it got longer teeth. Oh, he's still got it there.
And that,
Yeah, I guess it did.
well, how are you going to kill Dalek? Or how are you going to kill him now?
He's got a gun.
with a gun,
With a gun.
He's got a blaster.
with a big Dalek gun.
He stole the
It's got to be in the
flying
shape of a
thing from
plunger.
this Dalek here, so he slunk away. The Dalek did. Whatever the risk, we have to destroy the Death Wheel. Oh my. He looks defeated now. Oh, boom. Look at all that Kirby crackle.
Yeah, lettering's bigger again on those.
Big dynamo. Yeah, it is. Maybe this is for the Doctor Who Digest. Just great. What do we do now? Make faces at it? There's only one option left. To us, Dak, we both know what it is. Take the Helkins and find escape shuttles. I've watched the Daleks' poison spread across the cosmos for too long. It's time we end it. I ended it. Sorry, Doc. Chud. Oh, there's a Clud. There's only room for one suicidal maniac around here. Ugh. Get him out of here.
Oh,
Elkin can make it and make it fast.
give me a
Things
alligator
are-
sandwich. Make it snappy.
You should be doing radio shows, Randy.
Things are likely to hot up real soon. You're a brave man, Abslom Daak. Us will not forget. I said move, blast it.
Ooh.
Like all good heroes, sacrifices himself in the end.
Oh, and that's the end of Abslom Daak.
Yep, boom.
I wondered why there was no more Abslom Daak, and now
It's the
I
end of the
found it.
death wheel. Yep.
Oh, I didn't know he'd killed himself either.
Better death than James Bond.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
haven't seen that either.
if
Sorry.
no, I'm sorry. Yeah, don't bother. I refuse to watch it.
Another
I can-
Wally Bridge epic.
I
But if
can
he
sum it
dies
up
in the
for you.
end- If James Bond dies at the end of a film, it ain't a James Bond film.
There you
right.
go. Yep.
Simple logic for me.
Well, it's
So,
open for Jane, isn't it?
I don't give a shit.
No.
Yeah.
But I wonder if Wally Bridge was aiming at getting that gig as well.
Probably, yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me. It's all right. I doubt it's going to happen.
It won't happen, but it doesn't matter anyway. It's like they've got to completely revive the franchise. What
Yeah.
they failed to understand that by killing James Bond at the end of it, they killed the franchise.
Right. Yep.
You can't do that.
No.
Because there's a clue.
Oh, yeah.
James Bond.
Yeah,
Well, you
can't
can, and
do-
they did, but they can't do it
I
anymore.
understand from an artistic perspective. I'd see what they did. They had a different view. They had a different version of James Bond. Okay, it wasn't contiguous. It wasn't continual in the way that the other James Bonds have been. Okay, they made it the Bourne whatever it is.
Yeah.
But they made it for James Bond. And by the time they got to Skyfall, they'd actually put some humor back in it. And Skyfall was an excellent film. And don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed the Daniel Craig Bond movies. Okay. But when they get to the end and they kill him, okay, because they wanted to, encapsulate the whole thing, what you've done is you've effectively taken it out of the franchise.
Yeah,
Of course, yeah.
And so by doing that, you've destroyed the franchise to a certain degree. I mean, James Bond will never die. There's always a way of bringing it back. But by encapsulating it like that, you've almost like anybody who's a fan of that stuff has now gone, oh, well, I don't need to watch anymore.
exactly.
It's a stupid thing to do. It's an utterly
I bet all
stupid thing to do.
the fans are our age and they want to get rid of us because we're old white people.
Well, whatever.
Yeah, it's not like we're the money source.
But it doesn't matter anyway. Look at the way that Hollywood's been going at entertainment. We've had this discussion before. They're not getting new people. Nobody's watching.
Yep.
Well, not nobody, but far fewer than they were because it's just not entertaining.
Comics are the same way every time they reboot the universe. That's why I
Exactly.
tell everybody all of my characters died at Crisis and Heroes Reborn. They've all been replaced by soulless zombies. It's not the same character.
Yeah, it's just not the same stuff. So what? It's like you were having this conversation the other day or yesterday on Nerd Bacon. I came to terms with the fact that the stuff that I loved when I was a kid, and not even when I was a kid, when I was a younger man, it's all gone.
Yeah,
it's all gone. And as much as I have enjoyed, I did work for Marvel doing the Draw the Marvel Way. I did work for DC and Panini doing Batman, and I got a version of Batman that I felt was more like an older version of it with me and Jason on the book. Okay, even though it was short lived, but I dealt with my grief about 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. It was grief because those companies that I wanted to work for as a younger person and the characters that I wanted to be part of are not there anymore.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter whether you look at it from an ideological perspective or from a commercial perspective or whatever. They just aren't there anymore.
Yeah.
They dressed your nostalgia up in a zombie skin suit and paraded around on the stage.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they're doing.
Yep.
So just the only way, and it's all in such a state at the moment because they've destroyed, so much of the canon. Not even canon, but just like the respect that some of these characters instilled.
The whole ideal,
the
whole ideal of the heroism and the superhero is gone.
So just make new stuff.
Corporate comics,
just make new stuff. There's me saying make new stuff. We're doing a classic in Robert E. Howard, but we're giving the due respect that it deserves. But at the same time, we're creating new stuff. Creating Only Death Can Save Us. Created Hatch. You've got other stuff that we're talking about doing, as well as all the other stuff that you've done recently with Arrow Comics. And that's what's important. Make new worlds, new heroes.
Yep.
Because the old ones, they're gone.
Yep.
And not only are they gone, but they're not worth trying to reboot. We're trying to come back. If you want to see those old heroes, go back and read the old stuff, like what we do here. Look over.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much of
material.
Yeah, there's so much of it. You'll never run out.
Yep. Earthquake.
And as we always say, there's a lot of good stuff as well.
There is
so much
stuff out there.
Yep. I think we won't run out of stuff to look at here on the show. So
that page there, that page where that wheel is blowing up, I think that deserved no panels at the top.
Yeah, it's very good.
At least smaller panels. Yeah,
it's a very good explosion.
Yeah. And the memorial face in the moon at the end.
Oh, it's sweet.
Story is.
I don't actually like that face in the moon.
The
man in the moon.
No,
I don't like that. That reminds. Did you ever watch Mighty Boosh, Glenn?
No.
Oh,
Mighty
right.
Boosh.
Okay. The Mighty Boosh. Yeah.
The big mouth.
No. It was the Man in the Moon.
Right.
Don't worry.
No, I didn't see that one.
Oh, it's funny.
Production notes at the end. We did what?
That's John Freeman in there.
John Freeman, yeah.
Yeah.
John Higgins.
And John Higgins, yeah.
Yeah.
Cover by Steve Dillon and John Higgins.
Book editor and designer, John Freeman.
Yeah.
Wow.
John Freeman's a man of many talents.
He is, yeah.
We actually got through the book.
Wow, look at that.
Believe it.
Hey,
Success.
such detail on this back cover. It's amazing.
Look at that. £5.95.
When was it published, this, Randy?
90, I think.
90? Yeah.
Is it the whole series?
Yeah. It's all of his appearances.
Right.
Yep, 1990.
I thought he was around longer than that, but clearly he wasn't. The character.
Yeah, so did I. I didn't realise it was such a short run.
Just enough for a book.
Yeah.
Just enough.
Yeah. We've been looking at Abslom Daak, Dalek Killer by Marvel Comics under the Doctor Who license.
What a fantastic book.
What does Gary have to say about this?
So this is the divine intervention. You could become a spiritual guru on your own, but you just have to tie your shoes, and you just have to know how to eat burritos backwards.
Exactly.
He lost it after
He had
the Predator 2,
motorcycle
didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Want to thank everybody for watching. Whiskey, tell folks how they can find you.
You can find me on the old X there, doing 3D models. Just Google it, type it in, what have you, and send me a message if you want something made in 3D, and we'll get you hooked up.
Okay. Russ, tell folks how they can find you.
Yeah, you can see a bit of art up on the screen.
I can.
So we've got
There we are.
yeah, we've got latest pages. We're getting very close to an end. I think I've only got 12 pages left of pencils.
Pure havoc.
Yeah. I only got about 12 pages left of pencils now. Getting to a close.
Have you started inking any of it yet?
No, waiting until the end, and then I'll ink the whole lot together.
Yeah.
So if you want to find out,
I gotta figure out how to get that done.
if you want to find out more about that, as the Shadow Kingdom by Robert E. Howard, adapted by Randy Zimmerman and drawn by me, you can go to my website and you can get on the email list there. There'll be more and more stuff coming out about it. I think probably what I'm going to do is also do some YouTube on the channel when I start inking, so people can see the inking process as well.
Yeah, that would be great.
So you can find out all about that. You can go to my social medias, go to Instagram. I post a piece of art every day, or over onto X or whatever it is, and all the other places you can find out. Most importantly, the email address, and also find out about Only Death Can Save Us as well. It's my ongoing series. You can buy books there all over at my website, russleach.com.
Is that going to be digital or traditional?
Traditional. Yeah. There ain't no digital.
If you look at something and there's nothing there, what's the difference of figuring out what it was in the first place?
Earlier in the show, we were talking about having your nostalgia dressed up in a meat suit, right? That's I just imagined that's exactly what it would look like.
Yeah.
Glenn, tell folks how they can find you.
Yeah, you can get me on all the social media things, X and Twitter or whatever it is this week, Facebook and all those things. You can also get my work on Amazon, where you can see my work about my meetings with Jack Kirby, and all my other books and magazines are on there. But if you go over to Fund My Comic, you'll be able to sign to pledge, please, to my Hatch annotated book, which is on fundmycomic.com.
That caught me in the middle of typing.
Yeah, and you can see me on these podcasts on Friday and Sunday, usually when I manage to
Get up on time.
get here on time, which I usually do.
Yeah, normally. Yeah, in all fairness.
You know,
That's all right.
I mean, I was up all night until 6 o'clock, you know what I mean? So, without alcohol involved.
Boom.
Just adds to the transparency. Yeah. Folks, I've been your host, Randy Zimmerman. You've been watching Comics by Night. We're here every Friday morning at 5 a.m. Eastern to go over more great stuff like this. And we'll have more next week. I'm not sure exactly what we'll be covering, but we've got so much to look at. We'll figure something out. Also, Sunday mornings, we have Sunday Funnies at 9 a.m., where this Sunday we'll be looking at some real early comic strips. Stuff. I've got a copy of More Fun Comics #1, large treasury edition, and some old time comic strips that we can always look over.
Oh, that's great.
Cat and Jammer Kids, Best in Americans, America's Comic Strip Past.
Is that from the 30s?
It's from the 20s.
20s.
Wow.
20s and 30s. We'll be looking at that way before the creation of Superman and the start, just as the American comic book was springing up. So
Great.
happily take a look at that. I've also got a cavalcade of old time comic strips. Yeah. Published by Tower Press. So it'll be fun. We'll go through a lot of the old stuff and take a look at some great old strips. But we do that every Sunday morning, every Friday morning for Comics by Night. And we're very happy that you're here and that you're joined with us and along there. The chat's been a little quiet this episode, but the majority of our viewers come on afterwards anyway, when folks get up and they start watching. So it's all good. We deeply appreciate you wherever you see us, whenever you see us. Make sure you leave a like and a comment when you can. Let us know what you think, or if there's anybody out there that you want us to take a look at. Got quite a few different collections and accessibility to stuff. So we'd be more than happy to take a look at somebody that you think is worth looking at. In the meantime, folks, make sure you go out there and look at this older stuff, because there's so much gold out there and so much crazy stuff that you have probably never seen. Entire eras of material that are more than worth your time. So don't be discouraged if you don't like the modern comics. There's always crowdfunding. Make sure you go over to fundmycomic.com and take a look. There's so many great products over there for you to buy into. It's just crazy how good it gets. So either that or go visit your local retailer and take a look through some of those boxes that he hasn't had anybody look through in a while. I'm sure your local comic shop, local retailer will appreciate your business, no matter how much you can give them. So do that. In the meantime, folks, if you're in this business, be positive and go out there and talk positive about this business. There's too much hate out there, too much trolling going on. And remember, hating ain't creating, as we like to say. Go out there and create some stuff. If those icons out there don't meet your needs, make new ones. Make better ones. Go out there and entertain folks like we all want to do. So show how viable this art form is, this form of communication known as comics. We just love it. That's why we do this. That's why we spend the time to show this stuff off. It's because we want you to see it as well and know how great it is. Anything else?
Yeah, don't forget that it's easier to latch onto somebody else's character, but more rewarding if you create your own.
So rewarding. Yeah.
Definitely.
If you look at something and there's nothing there, what's the difference of figuring out what it was in the first place?
Sausage.
Yeah. There's so much stuff out there, folks. It's so great. Just go out there and take a look. So in the meantime, we wish you well. We're over the 2-hour mark again. So
well over, yes.
Appreciate you coming. Not that far over, only about 4 minutes. So we started late. Glenn got around late, so it's all good.
So you're telling me that if I'd have been on time, you'd have been late?
Not at all. Oh no, we would have been late. We started about 10 minutes.
We were a good 10.
So in effect, I wasn't really that late.
No, you weren't.
You can have a Diet Coke or a Coca-Cola. That's what Mahatma Gandhi said. He said you could have Diet Coke, but why?
That's right.
You weren't as late as you could have been, mate. But you weren't
not as late as you could have been. Yeah.
It's all relative.
But I was earlier than I thought.
Einstein would have said you were early. Yes.
There you are. You were right at the. You were there at the exact time you were supposed to be.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right. Folks, go over to fundmycomics.com. Take a look at the Out of Obscurity anthology book there. It's going to be hosted by my little cartoon monkey. I've got a story that I'm working on for it. It's a collection of Golden Age, or not even quite Golden Age, but public domain characters that are in the public domain, done by a wide variety of talent. It's really going to be a great product. So buy in on that if you can. Appreciate it. The Fool campaign is up for another little while. It's an open store for now until it's all fulfilled, and then we'll take that off and probably put it over at the Arrow Comics store. But go over there and buy into that too. It's a lot of fun. Let's see. I think I got a picture from that right there. There we are. The Fool. It's a guy who dresses in a ragtag outfit and fights street crime using practical joke weapons, and the police just want to get him off the streets. Plus, coming soon will be this little product, Alice in Chains. We'll start a campaign on that eventually. Here, I've got that all together. I just have to make the print file on it, and it'll be all done when we start the campaign, all done and ready to go. So, folks, remember, in the meantime, we all just want a piece of cake.
Yum. Okay.
Yum. We do. We'll see you soon, Sunday morning, 9 a.m. for the Sunday Funnies. And next Friday here at 5 a.m. for Comics by Night. So
that's 2 o'clock here. I'll probably be on time for that.
Appreciate y'all. Yeah. Take care, everybody. See you soon. Little disclaimer and a couple of bumps, and then we'll be out of here. Here we go.
The views and opinions expressed within the video content found on the Indie Comics Network are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of the Indie Comics Network or its sponsors. Have a question or comment for us to address on the show? Have a topic you want us to talk about? Email us at indiecomicsnetwork@gmail.com. Want your comics to arrive in pristine condition? Head over to GeminiComicSupply.com and save 10% on your next Gemini mailer order or anything in the Gemini Comics Supply store. Use coupon code RAGIN10. That's RAGI.
Now on Sunday mornings, longtime independent comics creator Randy Zimmerman brings to you a podcast that talks about the lighter and more whimsical side of comics. The fun side of comics. That's right. Sunday Funnies is back Sunday morning, 9 a.m. on the Indie Comics Network on YouTube. Check it out. Special guests, great comic talk, good times. See you there.
What was that? This is not a charade. We need total concentration. Now, once again, this time, with theory.
Let's talk about buttered sausage. Talk about buttered sausage, where it comes from, what it does. Why is it doing what it's doing? Get it out of my face. Buttered sausage. It's not my jam. I don't buy jam. I buy honey, and I kiss it on the